Since after that TVC interview, I have received a couple of messages. 3 people have sent me videos of VeryDarkMan, private video. Do one, post this one, post this one. People go no say, first of all, they are old videos that I already have seen. Second of all, I am not interested in posting anything, whether new or old. Everything where they talk now to correct this boy, not to blackmail him. We are not fighting. I just want a situation that anything that has to do with the public, VeryDarkMan will be more responsible. We want a more responsible VeryDarkMan. I have my own integrity. He has his own way of doing things. I will never post any of those videos or images. Now, 2 things will happen. Either I delete the videos that I have, or VeryDarkMan, I send it to him. Anything you want using this thing, do make it do am. But the most important thing is anything that has to do with the public, VeryDarkMan must be responsible. That is the lesson here.
If Nedu is resigning now, this is just to confirm that all what VDM has been saying is true. Yes. I know Nedu did not see this coming.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting that this saga will go to this extent.
Yeah.
But when VeryDarkMan started, Nedu, you too know VeryDarkMan. When he started, he was supposed to just, Baba, I don't make error. Let me even take down the video. Yeah, Nedu was supposed to do that. But he never knew VeryDarkMan would go to this extent. And now this very guy that they call D1, D1 was on his platform crying. I beg, why you the D1? Why didn't you come out since to beg that VeryDarkMan, please? The dose is okay. The dose is okay. My brother will run bar for you. Now you're crying. You did cry.
Hello guys, welcome to the show. I hope everyone is doing just fine. And I want to give a shout out to my best buddy MTV and his beautiful co-host for putting this video together. There's a few things that I want to talk about in this video. First, about the point that MTV made that Nedu resignation from the Honest Bunch just goes to cement the fact that VDM was telling the truth all along. And I want to say this. No one ever thought for a second, at least myself, right? I never thought for a second that VDM was lying, that the things he was sharing were lies. No, I never thought so. I knew they were the truth. Those things VDM said, being lies or the truth, isn't what I am most concerned about. My main point of concern is the fact that VDM was sharing information that were communicated with him in private. For example, someone came to you and had a private discussion with you, and they said inappropriate things. And when you have a problem with them, or when your relationship is falling apart or has fallen apart, you now use this privately discussed information against them. That was my only concern. And listen, let's be clear, okay? Let's be clear. Nedu Wazobia is not a good person, okay? From what VDM said and from the conversations he had with VDM proves that he is not a good person. He is not someone we could sympathize with. As far as I'm concerned, he deserves everything he got. He deserves it. He did inappropriate things with other people. And rather than keeping his mouth shut, he went out there and was telling anyone who was willing to listen. He told VDM, and only God knows how many other people he might have told the same story about other people to them. So, Nedu is not the victim here. He brought all this upon himself. He has only himself to blame for all this saga. Now, that being said, let's come back to VDM. If Nedu told you those things in confidence, what kind of person do you think you are? What kind of qualities do you think you have within you to attract someone like Nedu to be telling you his deepest, darkest secrets? You must ask yourself that question, because my mom would always say, right, birds of the same feather flock together. People only tell you things when they feel comfortable being around you, when they think that you won't judge them. If someone knew behind their mind that when they tell you their darkest secret, you are going to judge them, they won't tell you. So when Nedu was telling VDM all these horrible things that VDM is happily to expose now, what was VDM response to Nedu at that particular point in time? What was his response? You know, sometimes, right, sometimes I tell people this, okay, when someone comes and tell you that this and this and that person said this and this and that about you, you should not be concerned about what those people said, but rather you should be concerned about what the person telling you what those people said to those people when they were saying all what they said to him or her. So my question now is, when Nedu Wazobia was saying all these horrible things to VDM, what was VDM's response at that particular moment in time when those things were being said to him? What did he say? Did he outright castigated Nedu? Did he outright said, ho, bro, slow down, okay? What I think you're saying is highly inappropriate. And I think you should not be saying things like this about people's children or people's daughters or people's sisters. That what you did was wrong and you shouldn't be boasting about it. Did VDM said anything in these lines? And again, even if VDM never said anything to Nedu when Nedu was telling him all these horrible things, did VDM thought it wise or right to come out and said it before now? He did not, isn't it? He did not. He kept quiet about it. If not that, did one went on Nedu's platform and made certain allegations that rub on VDM the wrong way, we would not have heard what Nedu ever said to VDM. We would not have heard that. So VDM is only coming out now to kind of paint Nedu in a negative light because Nedu said something that directly, or did one, point of correction, did one said something on Nedu's platform that affected VDM the wrong way. So VDM now comes out and start playing the victim card, start saying that he's being attacked and now he has to defend himself. Defend yourself. You can do that. You can defend yourself, yes, but that does not make you a righteous person in this particular aspect. Let me be clear. That does not make you a morally superior person in this particular subject. A good person would have shown Nedu, would have advised Nedu, would have cautioned Nedu about all those things he was talking about. Would have said all those things. Wouldn't have kept quiet, which I suspect you did, because in your lengthy expose, you never mentioned that you cautioned or you pushed back at Nedu when he was telling you all those horrible things that he did with people's children. You did not there was no point in your whole video when you said that you advise Nedu to stop things like that. But then again, this is not to say that VDM hasn't done great things or is not doing great things. No, 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 no. VDM has done great things and he is doing great things. But as humans that we are, we do have our good side and our bad side. We sometimes let our egos get the better part of us. We sometimes do not think rationally when it comes to issues that directly affect us. So VDM might have let his ego runs wild.